Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is a Radio Show. I'm your host, Alicia, and we have some special co-hosts tonight. And also, I know I keep saying this, but a new episode format. We're figuring things out, but I feel really, really good about this one. So tonight's episode is co-hosted by Alex and Kevan of Culminate Presents, and then we'll be playing interviews with J Sugar, Pathfynder, Eylxr, and Beargod. They are all supporting the Epoch show on December 8th, which is a Friday. I'm just going to get that out there now because in one of those interviews, you will hear me say the 9th. I was wrong. The show is on December 8th. We're going to be giving away tickets to that show during tonight's episode. So there are two ways to enter. You can enter by dropping a question for Alex and Kevan on our Instagram post or a Facebook post, or just by joining us in the Discord. For those of you who don't know, but I'm pretty sure most of y'all do know by now, we have a live chat that happens on the Fuzz Talk Radio Discord channel under the This is a Radio Show. I don't know what those are called. It's not threads, because that's what we do inside of that. It's a channel, and then a something, and then a thread. Anyway, if you know, you can jump in the Discord. You're probably already on Discord, and you can let us know, because I don't. Anyway, if you want to figure out how to join the Discord, because you are not there yet, you can go to our Linktree /ThisIsPerfectHarmony. You can go to any of our recent posts. Just go ahead, follow the links, and then you'll see a bunch of people chit-chatting. It's a good time. And that's also how you win the tickets. So, if you're listening live, thank you so much. Please come chat with us. If you're listening to the YouTube recording, thank you for listening to this after the fact. We're sorry that we don't have music or prizes for you, but we got jokes. Lots of jokes. Okay. Well, let's get started with a song. This is one of the artists that we are talking to tonight, Beargod. He is from Stillwater. And he is going to be playing this Friday at the Culminate show. Let's give this track a listen, and we'll be back. This track is called Whoa, and it is, I'm pretty sure this is an unreleased one. All right, let's give it a go. Okay. That was a good song. I liked that one. I'm feeling all of you are going to like it as well. And you will also attend the show because that's why we're doing this. So like I teased earlier, we have co-hosts tonight. With us, we have Alex and Kevan of Culminate Presents, who is putting on the Epoch show. Thank you for being here.
Good evening.
Thank you for having us.
This is our second go-around, so this is pretty exciting.
Second time within a year.
Yeah.
Almost a year on the dot.
Honored.
Yeah, very much so. Almost a year on a dot. We've been doing the show for about a year now, too.
Congratulations.
So it's we're on it. I don't know. Let's jump into some questions, because we have a lot to go through tonight, and I'm honestly a little concerned if we're going to fit it all into 2 hours.
Oh, you'll just have to have us back for a third time.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to.
Ooh.
All right, let's wrap this up as quick as possible.
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding.
Get out of here.
Well, like we mentioned earlier, one of the things people could do to win tickets to the show was comment questions on the post. And what I thought was funny is it wasn't specified as questions for y'all, but all the questions.
Yeah, I had to go back and reread the post. I was like, did I miss something?
Oh, yeah, just the rules for the giveaway.
Oh,
that's it.
I'm gunning.
Okay, so one of the first questions that we have for y'all, and this is from Hunter. His question is, where does the name Culminate come from? Why did you choose it? And who came up with it first? And there's a very special note that you're not allowed to lie.
No lies. I won't lie. Pretty sure Alex came up with it.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember we were talking about names, and you were like, I was thinking Culminate, and I was like, yeah. I don't think we had any other ideas.
No, just one and done. Like, that's good. The phrase "when you know, it applies to a lot of other things in life. So, and that was one of them.
Some things are supposed to be easy.
Yeah. So, that really just stemmed from the idea that everything that we had done in our lives, no matter what it was, led us to where we're at ultimately right now. And so everything, that's just the name, the Culminate. Everything just piles on top of it until you reach this apex, and that's where you are. That's where you're looking out from. So we wanted to be able to honor that with music and dancing and building community. And
I think it holds true through everything too. Like, it's every show we do is all this work, and then it culminates. And
it is. It's a self-sustaining vessel.
You can look at it.
There's a lot of different ways to spin that plate, but
it's self-explanatory, really.
Yeah, I feel like I'll start mansplaining soon if I talk any more about it. The logo too.
Really deep. So
Sean McCarthy, SMD Pleasure, whatever you know him as. He took that idea with a logo too, where everything just stacks on top of itself. And yep. Oh, hey, nice.
I'm wearing it. I did not change into this right before the episode or anything cringe like that.
Shameless Culminate hoodie plug. Yeah, let us know if you guys want more merch too, because we kind of haven't really thought about it, but it's winter now. You guys need to be warm.
Yeah. Everybody needs more black hoodies.
Yep.
We need to come up with a variation.
Oh yeah. Some new beanies, maybe, if you want new beanies. Say beanies.
Beanies in the chat. Beanies in the chat.
Hat emoji.
A lot of requests for 5 panels again.
5 panels. Somebody came up to me at the show. I can't remember what show it was. Oh, the Turning Sound show, and they're wearing the 5 panel, and I was like,
I saw that. I didn't know who they were though.
I can't remember his name, unfortunately. He's a super nice guy. He helped us with our Sushan show at the 56 Brewing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm blanking on his name.
I saw it
right
from
now.
a distance, so
yeah.
But I was like, there's only 12 of those.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So, cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. Here for it.
That's the lore of the Culminate name and just kind of what went into it.
So y'all have been preparing for this upcoming show, and it's been a little while since y'all have had one as well. What kind of went into putting this show together?
Yeah, so this was definitely a different approach to how we usually conduct business. Kevan kind of took the reins on this whole thing, and I just kind of oversaw it. Chimed in, whatever. So he can talk a little bit more about the show.
Yeah. I think, we took a pretty long break, figured our shit out, and then...
Yeah, we haven't done a show since April, for those who aren't privy to what's going on.
I think how did it come about? Just talking to his agent about other things, and he books a few artists, and he was like, got Epoch. We were originally going to do it like the day after he was at Lunar Tide, and then ended up pushing it a week back, and we just kind of decided it'd be a good way to return.
Mm-hmm.
And we found a new venue finally.
Yes.
Is that in your notes somewhere?
No, I knew it would come up naturally.
Yeah.
Tell me about the
Nice.
new venue.
So it's at the Unified Thoery Collective in Uptown, pretty close to Lake Street. Yeah, Lake Street.
It's 35th and Hennepin.
35th and Hennepin. So a couple minutes away. Really cool spot. They have a couple tattoo artists in there by day.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Music venue by night?
Yeah, so
okay, I like that.
Actually, no, they can still do tattoos while
it's a tattoo shop with an art
studio.
Art center attached to it. So
okay.
So the tattoo shop's right when you walk in, and then you go down a hallway, and then you're over in the art space.
Okay.
So who anyone would like to get more into art, they offer free supplies, free admission. It's all pay what you can. You can go there, grab a canvas, grab anything, and just start making stuff.
Nice. What a cool concept.
Yeah, so we've done a couple events there. We did a merge there recently with them. And then we had like a little friend hangout just to see how things would sound in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really, really awesome seeing so many people come and create things. So it adds just a different element to going out than what we're used to. And it was really amazing to see. Like, I saw a lot of people I had no idea had artistic talent just creating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's really cool.
So it's awesome.
And speaking to this space, providing something different, This event is also going to be a no alcohol event. Something else new to the, not new, but, you know, a little less common to the nightlife. Tell me more about that. Are you excited or what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So this is an alcohol-free space. Willard, the owner, super cool dude, really good artist. He's got a sober initiative going. And it's cool for us because the Warehouse series, you know, we didn't serve liquor. We did the mocktail bar thing and kind of like slowly have been moving towards that.
Just like a continuation, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It keeps focused on the music. We're not trying to make bar sales on these kind of shows. So,
but as to what Kevin was talking about, having mocktails at the event, those mocktails are created by J Sugar Mixers. They've been doing y'all's events. I think they've been doing for a couple of their promoters. I know they set up at Infrasound. Like,
did a little thing at Infrasound.
Yeah.
Did the first merge on the 35th floor apartment. Just sells out like every show.
Yes.
They're so yummy.
Well, Jenna went and scored, an interview
What?
with Julianna. Yeah.
Yes. So you get to hear all about her unique mocktails that she makes. Her, I'll move a little closer to the mic. You'll hear all about the unique mocktails. I see how you've been saying it.
We've been saying it too.
God, it's just like in our brains.
Yep.
But anyway, so everything she makes is homemade. All of her juices are homemade, syrups, and as like an ex-bartender, I think that that's super, super cool because she puts so much love into them. And she talks all about this, but she also always creates a mocktail, like with the artists, which I thought was also really, really cool and unique. So I'm excited for y'all to hear it.
Yes, all right, let's play this interview. We'll be back.
All right. So I am here with Julianna of J Sugar's Mocktails. So you're going to see her at the December 12th event with Culminate. Oh, did I say it? It's December 12th, right?
December 8th.
December 8th.
Yeah, but that's okay. No worries.
That's okay, right?
Yeah,
We cut it
fine.
out. I just like start saying stuff and then I'm like, oh, is that right? I have no idea.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited to be here, talk about things that are going on in the community. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. And you are, what I think is really cool about what you're doing. So you own a mocktail business, and why don't you tell us a little bit about how you started the idea of having a mocktail business? Like, what was the fruitation of that?
Yeah, absolutely. So J Sugar's Mocktail Mixers came about because I am a sober girly myself from alcohol. I got sober in 2021, and I also love concerts and shows and experiences with the people that you love. And I feel like every time that I would go to one of these things, there wasn't enough like inclusivity of things for me to drink and have fun with the people I was with as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna bring that to the people and for myself as well. So that's kind of where it started.
No, and I think that's really cool. Like, honestly, if you want something done, do it yourself.
No, absolutely.
No, I think that's really cool because, you know, in the EDM scene too, I feel like, you know, we go to a lot of shows where it's like, I can get you a Jack and Coke or a beer.
Literally.
And that's it.
Yep.
So, what kind of mocktails do you serve? What's like your favorite creation you've made?
Yeah, absolutely. So I honestly love all of my mocktail creations. They're all original recipes.
Cool.
I freshly squeeze all my juices and make my fresh fruit purees.
Yeah.
So,
nice.
Everything's really fresh and good. One that like really stands out to me though would be Shed Boys.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Shed Boys?
Uh-uh.
They are two of my good friends. that are a DJ collab.
Okay.
And that's another thing that I do with my mocktails is I'll collab with DJs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's in what do you call it?
Yeah, Shed Boys.
The Shed Boy. So
Yeah.
what's in a Shed Boy?
Absolutely. So the Shed Boy, I asked them a little bit about their background and what their favorite fruits are.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's really fun. It's kind of personal then that way too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it definitely like then they can be like, "Oh my gosh, this was named after me."
Like this is and for me, and it's super fun. So that one had a fresh mango puree, fresh lime juice,
Cool.
and ginger beer. So it was like a mango mule.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really good. Tahini rim and Mexican mango candy and
Oh,
Yeah.
fun. Oh, and that's like those kind of drinks, like the sweet and spicy, are very popular.
so good.
So, and like on a hot summer day, like who doesn't want that?
Yeah, no, that was like probably my first like sellout crazy night. I was just slinging them, and I gave out like 100 of them in one night. It was crazy.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so you find that at events, like you constantly have a line and people are always coming?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it's something that a lot of people, along with myself in the community, has needed, and so it's been really fun and important.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. What was your first event that where did you launch J Sugars?
Yeah, absolutely. I launched J Sugars with Bass House.
Okay.
Actually, a year ago. It was like 2 weeks ago, a year ago.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Wait, that was like, honestly, like our year anniversary for the radio show, like kind of just came up too.
No way, congrats.
Yeah, congrats to you too.
That's exciting.
Look at us.
We're thriving.
We're thriving. Hashtag thriving.
We're doing so good.
Yeah, we are. Mom, be proud.
Dad, hello.
Yeah, right? Yeah, no. Okay, so do you mostly do Minneapolis events?
Yeah, I've only done like Minneapolis local events. I'm always up to travel. I'm actually in the works of maybe doing something in Sioux Falls.
Oh,
so
nice.
That's exciting.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it to the rest of the the surrounding states.
Absolutely. The Midwest needs more of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I mean, so we do have one bar that's kind of mocktail based, right? Is it High Flora?
Exactly.
And Eylxr.
Yes. Shout out
Aaron.
girl.
Yeah. I actually just saw her post today. So they do like a just mocktail night.
Yeah, I believe on Thursdays is some of the nights that she's trying to feature. So
Yep.
That's super exciting.
Yeah. And like music and mocktails.
Yeah. That sounds amazing.
That's a marketing brand.
No, it is. And me and Sarah have been talking maybe massages and mocktails.
Yes. She just mentioned that last night.
Yep. Look out for that, baby.
Ooh. Would that be more of a like community event or would that be a private event? Because I know you do those as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So that one will probably be more of a private event.
Sure.
I kind of am enjoying these intimate experiences with people.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at shows sometimes it's overwhelming. I have so much going on.
Totally. You can't talk to people. It's so loud and
Yeah, I'm like, hi, how are you?
Right. Yeah. So you held a little mocktail event, like a mocktail dinner tasting, right? Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely, yeah. So me and my friend Chef Quinn, we made a THC pairing menu with mocktails.
Fun.
Yeah, it was so good.
So what are like a couple of examples of like the pairings?
Absolutely. So for a starter, we did a watermelon arugula salad with feta.
Oh.
So good.
That sounds bomb.
It was amazing. And I paired it with a mint julep.
With a mint julep.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Right?
Oh, fresh, beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
Oh.
It was really good.
Yeah. So do you and Chef Quinn collab on the tastings or did you have an idea in mind before you started?
Yeah, we both collabed. We actually took like 3 months, like right after infrasound we took to plan this out. So
okay. Oh,
it was a lot of back and forth. Like, what flavors sound good? Does this sound good to you? How does this look? But
is this gonna mesh? Fun. Probably a lot of tastings.
Absolutely. The day of, we were like so full before the actual dinner.
Just like making sure everything's like proper.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It was super fun.
fun. Do you plan to do more of those events in the future, the tastings?
Absolutely. Hopefully. Our lease is up in like 6 months at my beautiful big house that allows us with space.
Sure.
Hopefully before then.
You can do another one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, and too, maybe it'll grow into something that you can take to a venue where you can hold that. Like somewhere like we're recording at the Hotel Emory right now where I work. Rent out a room and do the whole thing.
Yeah.
That could be cool too.
That could be so much fun.
The possibilities are endless.
No, they really are. And so, it was just like fun to just randomly do something with another person in the community like that.
How many people were there?
There was about 9 people, which was kind of cool.
Cool. Close friends or?
Half and half, actually, which was cool.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun. Do people pay for the event?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah, just because we're getting gourmet ingredients.
Totally.
And all the time.
I'm sure it's expensive.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's still such a fun experience.
Absolutely.
That's something different. You can go to a restaurant and have a steak and a wine, but how often do you get a mocktail paired with a dinner?
Yeah, that goes exactly with that tasting. Yeah, no, it's super fun. And with marijuana getting legalized too, it was kind of fun to be able to experiment with something new.
Totally. Yeah. Having so the drinks were THC infused?
No, but the food was.
The food was.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Either way, I mean, super cool.
Super fun.
Yeah. I hope that, the fruitation of legalization in Minnesota does include, THC bars where it is just strictly THC food or bakery or, because I'm not so much of a drinker myself anymore either. I can't handle the hangover anymore.
That's
on Sunday. Yeah. Yep. And, but yeah, I think it'd be a very good draw for people to come in and see that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes on weekends I am stumped of what to do because I don't drink.
Right.
And it's just so normalized. That's what people think, let's go to the bar.
Right.
It's always
Friday.
involved.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's been fun with things being introduced into Minnesota.
Yeah. It's gonna hopefully really take off here soon. So actually, I want to go back. So you mentioned that you do collabs with DJs. Who are some other DJs that you've collabed with?
Yeah, absolutely.
To make their drinks.
I've collabed with Brax. He's a Colorado Sioux City DJ. I've also collabed with Unit.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. That one I actually just made a drink for him. I wasn't able to reach out, but I still made it for his show.
Oh, cool.
Which I still do, which I still find fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of matching it to the vibe of the show.
Absolutely. And so for him, I made a butterfly PT lemonade, and I always give it to the DJs afterwards, and I'm like, hey, check this out, and they love it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. How cool to have a refreshing drink after you're done DJing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Rusco I've collabed with.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's been a couple different people.
Yeah.
But it's been so much fun.
Yeah. No, that's fun to personalize it to someone. It really is. Yeah. You're right. That's very special.
Yeah.
What was the last event that you did? I guess, I should say, last show you did.
Absolutely.
EDM show.
Absolutely, yeah. So the last EDM event that I did was with Merge Series.
Okay.
A new collective.
Yeah, I've heard of them. And so, and that was a completely alcohol-free event.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Tell us a little bit about how that went.
Yeah, that was, oh my goodness, so magical, so beautiful.
It looked really fun.
So beautiful. Honestly, the vibes were immaculate, to say the least.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was on a rooftop.
Exactly.
Kind of? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
35th floor.
Nice.
Crazy vibes.
Yeah. So you could see the whole city.
It was really beautiful. So you you took this golden elevator up to the 35th floor.
Fun.
And it was kind of raggedy, but fun and adventurous at the same time.
Totally.
So we were going up there and we get in and it's this beautiful open space with 2 different bars. So it was
cool.
me and Aaron that night, which was cool.
Oh, fun.
Her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She did the event as well.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, fun. What were the vibes were immaculate, but like kind of seeing an event where there are mostly sober people, I should say sober from alcohol, THC, but seeing that like in a space that's completely alcohol free, what was that like?
So cool.
And like to see it be in a show setting where people aren't like falling all over the place.
Yeah, and like there was a lot of lights on as well, which was like kind of a little bit different because there was like so much art as well. Like that's a big thing about them is like their art space and community people selling their things. So it was really cool to see just like everyone really connecting and vibing with each other through art, music, mocktails.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool.
That's really special. And,
Yeah.
and something that, I just think back to 10 years ago when I was like, what, we're not partying tonight? Like, what are we supposed to do? Enjoy the music and the art. That's what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely. Like, remember this.
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a big reason I stopped drinking too, was because I would, get so hammered that I wouldn't even remember the show.
Isn't that the worst?
It's the worst. And I'm like, I spent so much money on this shit. Like,
why am I even coming to just black out?
Exactly.
I can do that at home.
Exactly. And then, yeah. So growing up is nice and it is fun to do something different, like because it's, drinking's a community thing. And I feel like mocktails are getting there too, where it is like a community experience. Do you agree?
Oh, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it come up more and more. And So what's your vision for the future? What's your 5-year plan? What's your 10-year plan?
Absolutely. Yeah. So one thing I just keep manifesting and I know is going to happen someday is J Sugars is going to have their own pop-up shop in Minneapolis.
Yes, they will.
Yeah. So Thursday through Sundays, hopefully to start within the next 5 years. That's really been on my mind, looking at spaces.
Nice.
Getting my company professionally through the state and all those things. So.
Yep, all of the taxes and all of the hoops and the jumps.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So, yeah, doing that, and then after I open up a pop-up shop and that goes well, I want to open up a venue that is like mocktail only.
Yeah, fun, like a music venue.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. And, and being able to feature art and music and craft mocktails, because it is an art.
Absolutely.
Honestly, like, what's your favorite like thing to put in a mocktail? Like, what's your kind of go-to ingredient?
So my 2 favorite things is absolutely the freshly squeezed juices. I feel like that's just what really brings any drink, even with alcohol, without alcohol, alive.
It does. Yep, because you don't have like so much condensed sugar or concentrated. Yeah, like the syrupy. No one likes that.
No one likes it. So the freshly squeezed juices are just so phenomenal, good for your body. And then the garnish.
That's fun.
Garnish is fun.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you come up with the garnishes?
Just the flavors that are within the mocktail. And then also watching from my job all the different garnishes that they put on their craft cocktails.
Some people put some crazy thing. I've worked at bars where we've put crazy things on the cocktails.
Insane.
And mocktails.
I did a banana Coster for Coster actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it was a banana old fashioned with banana simple syrup, and I did a caramelized banana on top, which was kind of crazy.
Oh, what is it?
Like a creme brulee banana with sugar.
Okay, wait, that sounds amazing. You should bring that.
Next time we're gonna
yes.
have it.
Sometimes that banana flavoring too, it can be off-putting, but it can also be really good if you execute it right.
Yeah, I did a banana brown sugar simple syrup, and they just went so well together.
That sounds really good.
Yeah,
like that savory but sweet deliciousness. So the next event is going to be the Culminate. Have you worked with Culminate before?
I have, actually.
Cool. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely have so much love for Culminate. They are an amazing Collective Presents,
Mm-hmm.
everything
All of them.
in Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
So last year they actually reached out and I worked with them, I would say like 4 or 5 times.
Okay, cool.
And because of them, I feel like I got my name out
Yeah.
throughout Minneapolis, so like I seriously cannot thank them enough.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to just continue to keep working with
Yeah.
them. They're amazing.
That's what it's all about, just building each other up, and we all have our things, and it seriously takes a village to run an event.
It does.
I've been involved in some, and it's like all of the planning, I can't imagine, like every little piece. But thinking of cool things to bring, like a mocktail bar, things for everybody. And Culminate does really good at that.
Yeah,
too.
They really care about everyone that are going to their shows and them having a good time experiencing it within each other, and not just like getting messed up.
Yeah, exactly. It's not about the DJ. It's not about the party. It truly is about the people.
About each other.
Yeah.
Which is super cool.
Oh, I'm excited for them to come back. I feel like their last show last year, was that the Blizzard show?
Yes, I think that's the only show I did not make.
Really?
Was that the one with like Raz and Hypo and? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. And it was an insane blizzard, and I barely made it home. Like I didn't even get fucked up that night because I was like, there's no way that I'm gonna navigate home in this or get an Uber in this.
Absolutely not.
That was nuts. So anyway, we're very excited to see them come back. They take a break for festival season, but fear not. Hopefully they'll be throwing some cool warehouse shows again, and
absolutely.
We love them.
Yeah, Epoch, December 8th. Catch us all there, you guys. It's gonna be so much fun.
So much fun. You can get a mocktail. You can probably get a cocktail too if you want that.
Absolutely.
But you should get a mocktail.
You should just do both.
Or do both.
And then you can have a good time.
One of each.
Exactly. Double fisting.
Exactly. No one will ever know.
What is that? I want some of that.
Yeah, exactly. It's that one over there. Beautiful. Where'd the inspiration for your name come from, J Sugars?
You know what? That's so funny. I was trying to think of that on the way here today.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I don't really know where it came from. I think I was just like being goofy in high school one day with some of my close friends, and like I was like, what is my stripper name gonna be someday?
Yep.
And it was J Sugars.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
And
oh my gosh.
I've loved it ever since.
Yeah. Just kind of like your nickname. Like, that's the thing. Yeah.
And like J Sugars, and it like fits so well with like the fresh syrups and the simple syrups I'm making and everything.
Yep.
So it just all kind of fits well.
It does. No, it makes so much sense for a mocktail business, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
You
appreciate
did good
that.
on that branding.
Shout out to my high school friends.
Nice, right? Thanks for always supporting us.
No, seriously.
I am so excited. Yeah, I love what you do. I've been following you. I think so you also did infrasound. Mm-hmm. Did we talk about that yet? Mm-mm. I don't think we talked about that yet. How was that? What was that experience like doing it? What like the differences between a festival and a show?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I did infrasound in the fall and infrasound in the spring.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I did for Nautical Divine, we collabed.
That's right.
In the spring.
Yep.
And we did a rosemary, blueberry mocktail with soda water.
That sounds like Dave.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Like that fits his aura very well.
It was literally so much fun to collab. So we did that. That was my first time. Very scared, intense.
I bet. Yeah. Just because of all the people, or just like not knowing, like, being at a festival scene, like you got to bring your table, you got to bring a cooler, you got to bring all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like kind of a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Like prepping from the bottom ground at a festival up is intense.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. When I was a bartender, I like needed all of my things. And if you like forget something, like you have a stick.
No, literally. You're like, what do we do here?
I don't know.
I don't know. But we did it, and then in the fall, that was so much fun. I felt more experienced for it this last time.
Yeah, definitely, like, knowing what to expect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
People, like, were expecting me to be there this time, so they looked out for my booth.
Cool.
And it was really cool.
Cool. Were you there the whole festival then?
No.
Or just for the sets?
Yeah, I just popped up. I actually did collab with Scabby on this one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we did an apple cider mocktail. It was so
fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, and for fall too.
Yep.
That makes sense.
It was so good.
That's cool.
It was amazing.
Cool. I'm so excited to see you grow, and I will definitely be the first person to attend your opening of your pop-up business.
Thank you.
When you find a venue.
Appreciate that.
Do you have anyone you work with? Like always, do you have someone that comes with you?
So my boyfriend David, I would say
Nice.
he's like my little sidekick.
Nice.
He helps me out a lot.
It's like the Instagram boyfriend, but like the mocktail boyfriend.
Exactly. He is so incredible. Couldn't do it without him. But besides that, I'm like a one-woman
Shout out.
business.
I love it.
Yeah.
Again, if you want something done, do it yourself.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. It is fun to have a team, but like only when you need a team.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice to have someone to help set up and everything, but like for us, we need a team.
For sure.
Like everything that goes into all of this cannot be done alone.
I can imagine.
But no, cool. Oh my gosh, I had one other question in my head and it went away. I don't know, what advice do you have for people who want to start their own business? You know, whether it be mocktail or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't stop dreaming. Make sure your dreams just keep on getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you end at somewhere that you think that you wouldn't want to be. So just keep reaching and you'll get what you need. So.
Yeah. Just keep putting it out into the universe, and the universe will not give it to you, but you got to work for it.
You got to give it some energy and the hard work, elbow grease, but definitely just keep dreaming big and working hard, putting your head down, and having passion in what you want to do.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think believing in yourself too, like believing that you can do it.
For sure.
That's key. That's something I have a hard time with.
Like not giving up. Like that's so corny to say, but like truly,
but it's so
just
true.
Not giving up on yourself.
Yeah.
Like, don't.
Because you know, at the end of the day, you're the only person that you have.
Literally.
Like literally. I mean, like you know, you have family and everything, but this life is so short. I was saying this today, and I was like, I don't work for anybody. I work for myself. Like, I do work for you, you know, like make a paycheck or whatever. But truly, at the end of the day, like, we're working towards our own goals, and why not have it be something fun?
Literally.
Like creating mocktails.
It's so much fun.
So fun. So fun. Perfect. Well, we will see you December 8th at the Epoch Culminate show.
Cannot wait.
We're so excited. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. We're excited to see where it goes.
All right. That was Julianna with J Sugars. Yeah, I'm excited to get one of her mocktails at the upcoming event.
So tasty.
Yeah, it's really cool that, you know, what you were saying even before that interview, that this is kind of just like a continuation of what y'all have already been doing. And, yeah, I'm all for it.
Ooh. So
the next artist we have an interview we're about to play with. Play with.
Come here.
Fetch.
Go on now.
So this next interview is with Joe, who goes by the name Pathfynder. And Joe is not only a longtime buddy of y'all's, but someone you have under your management.
Yep, Joe is ready for booking. Rest of Q4, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 next year. Makes amazing music. Great son of a gun. If you like drum and bass, he's got you. If you like garage, he's got you. If you like dubstep, he's got you. Yeah, you've known Joe longer than I have. You guys went to high school together. I don't know if you knew each other in high school.
Yeah, we played in the show choir band together.
Oh, Connections band?
Mm-hmm.
I thought Joe was just the guitarist in it, but you drummed for it too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Connections.
That's how we started jamming.
We should have named Culminate Connections instead.
No.
The Connections reunion. Yeah, so
connection.
My cousin Mara was in that with you guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin and Joe have known my cousin longer than they've known me.
Yeah. Known a lot of people before you.
Welcome, Alex. Yeah. Welcome to the club.
And you were born after me, too, so that's crazy.
Well, let's go ahead and play a remix by Pathfynder and then jump into our interview with him about the upcoming show. Well, Joe, thank you so much for joining us on the radio show tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, so the last time Pathfynder spoke with Perfect Harmony was at Baser and Pines in July.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been on a bunch of lineups since. What has been like a memorable music experience for you over the last 4 months?
Yeah, so the last actually looks like the last month for me of October has probably been my busiest month of music so far. I got booked for 3 shows, so that was pretty cool. All of them were a very different kind of unique vibe, and I got to play very similar but different sets for all of them, so that was kind of fun, just getting to show off the different kind of sides of music that I like to make and perform. Probably my favorite one out of the 3 though would probably have to be the Mechanics show, just because the energy of that show was crazy. It was so much fun, and it was just a really good time getting to play for the drum and bass crowd, playing a set full of drum and bass music, and just that set has been a really impactful kind of performance for me personally. Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited I was there then. That amps me up.
Yeah, it was a really fun one.
Yeah, and I think there's something really special to be said about shows that are this very specific and niche of electronic music. They're not trying to appeal to a wide crowd. They know their audience. They know who they're bringing in. And I think it gives, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but artists like yourself, who at their core is very D&B, really a chance to dive into things rather than making sure the whole place feels it. The whole place is going to feel it.
Definitely. Yeah, I always play drum and bass in my sets, but for that was the set where I felt I could really just let loose and play tunes that I might not play for more dubstep crowd,
Yeah. That's so cool. So I'm going to make you repeat yourself a little bit. I know you were asked this question the other day, but I didn't have a mic. So I'm going to ask you again now that I got you recording. How did you come up with your name Pathfynder, and why did you choose to continue down that path with that name? How did you find it?
Yeah, so at the time when I was first starting to make music and kind of putting the project together, I happened to be listening to, it was a song by a band called Touche Amore, and the song's called Pathfynder. I just the name kind of stuck out to me, and I thought it was a cool name. And then I thought oh, that'd be a cool name to have as a project. And then as the more I thought about it, the more I started connecting to it and thinking about my kind of approach to life, and just trying to do your own thing and find your own path rather than just trying to do the set things that are set out in front of you. I started really connecting with that kind of meaning for it, and then it just kind of felt like it was the right thing to start calling myself as I started putting myself out there as a musician.
Yeah. How long has your journey been of, and to use your words, putting yourself out there as a musician? How long have you been performing on stages and kind of taking it from a private thing to a more public thing?
Yeah, so the Pathfynder project really kind of debuted in 2020, I would say. So it's been a few years now. A lot of that time I was just kind of writing music and not really performing outside of just a few just parties and stuff, just playing with my friends. Then yeah, the first official Pathfynder booked set was in 2022. So I've only been playing out professionally really for a year, but I've had some really cool opportunities in that time. It's been, a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, even you had just mentioned previously, you had 3 bookings this last month. That is, yeah, that's huge. That's huge. Yeah. So you're about a week and a half, I would say, from the Epoch show that we are chatting about tonight. Have you started preparing your set this far in advance, or are you a little bit more of a last minute person?
I have been a little bit, but yeah, truth be told, I'm very deadline motivated. So I always do the most of like my prep work the week before the set usually. So like I've been working on some of like my music and stuff here there and like thinking about like the overall structure of like the set and like what I want to play and like the songs that I've been, digging recently that I want to play. But yeah, I'll usually like the hard work usually comes in like 2 to 3 days and like the night before the set usually.
Yeah, deadlines help the most of us, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
for real.
So have you gotten as far as figuring out what style you're gonna mostly play during this set, or like what kind of vibe or energy you're going for the audience?
Yeah, so I'm playing the opening set, so I definitely have been thinking about like the intention of just like wanting to set the tone of the evening. So it's going to be a lot of like I've I've haven't really had a chance to play a lot of like dub reggae stuff in my sets yet. So I think I'm going to start with a lot of that stuff and then work my way into some like dubstep, grime, and then eventually get up to the higher tempos with like drum and bass and jungle and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that really is setting the mood and
Yeah.
putting the ball in the tee and ready for the next act to swing.
Yeah. No, I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's really, I can only imagine there's a really big difference, planning for like the first set of the evening versus the second or the third. Um, how did you figure out to do that? I know that might sound like a little silly, but like, if say you had never performed before, you didn't know that
Mhm.
first time how to like set the mood. Like, how did you develop that skill?
I guess just like experience and just like going to a lot of shows and kind of, learning to pick up on the vibe of, the flow of an evening, how it usually goes from like, the opener all the way up to the headliner. Because like it definitely is like something that I'm very intentional about, and I know a lot of other people are too, is like playing to your slot in the lineup and making sure that, you're playing a set that's appropriate for your time slot and for the event. It's just I think about that stuff a lot. I try to like really incorporate, all those different kind of elements of like, what time you're playing, the room you're playing in, the audience, like the other people in the lineup. That's all stuff that like factors in for me when I'm thinking about putting a set together.
Yeah. It's a lot more than just one or two factors, I'm sure.
For sure.
So is there a opening set in particular that you had seen that like inspired you? Like what is like what's an opening set that stands out for you? Like, oh, I remember I saw so and so open for so and this is what inspired me about it.
Hmm.
Like they got it right.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I guess you could call this an opening set, but one thing that will always stick with me was like infrasound last this past infrasound the very first set of the day was like Tyler Necromancer doing like a cigarettes and coffee set. So it was like just like setting the vibe for the day. And like I'll always remember that because like it was the very first set we saw that day and like it just perfectly set up the vibe for like the rest of the day with like the music and everything. Like it was like a very like it just like stuck out to me as being like a very well curated like this is like the start how we're starting off the morning. It's going to start off chill. Everyone's like chilling, drinking coffee, like chill music, and then it slowly ramps up, and then everyone's dancing by the very end of it, and then then all these other artists are coming on. Like I think Old Boy was on right after him, then Anna Morgan, and like yeah, it was like a very like perfect start to the day, and like very well curated like day like early day of music.
Yes. Props to him. That's what I was looking for. There's definitely those sets that kind of hold a special place for us.
Yeah, shouts out Tyler, he's dope.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, he's another local D&B artist. So if you like D&B, there's another direction for you to go. So one of the tracks we're gonna play by you, Joe, on this episode is a track called Close Calls. Um, Tell us a little bit about this song. Why does this one stand out to you, and what was your creative process like?
Yeah, so that song, it's kind of interesting because the very first version of it kind of came together when I was taking a trip to Bristol, UK in summer of 2022. I made a trip out there basically for like a drum and bass event that I wanted to go see. And then, well, I spent a few days there just kind of traveling around. I brought my laptop with me. And so like the first version of that song I like made in my Airbnb in Bristol, which like if you don't know, like Bristol is like it's like the capital of like drum and bass basically in the UK. Like the city is like has like such really deep history with like drum and bass like popping up there and in London too, but Bristol specifically has always had like a really vibrant like electronic music scene. So it's cool that like I was able to like make start that song basically in like what where drum and bass was like born, and then take it from there. And it ended up being like one of like my favorite like drum and bass songs that I've written still even today.
Ah, from the motherland.
Yep.
All right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to share with us before we kind of wrap up this call? Anything like our listeners to know or what they should be looking forward to from you?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of music that I've been like working on and trying to finish. So there'll probably be some releases in the pipeline coming up, 2024. Um, my bookings are completely open for 2024 so far, so I'm trying to fill that out as much as possible with, just playing shows and festivals and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I mean, I kind of just work on music as it feels natural, and I kind of, take the bookings I can. So it all kind of just kind of, takes shape kind of as I'm doing it. So yeah, I guess keep an eye out on the Culminate crew. They're always doing good things. Keep an eye out on all the other local promoters in Minneapolis, like Low and High, Mechanics, all the homies, TC Presents. And yeah, that's about it, I guess.
Great. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that was Pathfynder. Yeah. What'd y'all think? I know you've heard those songs, but what'd you think?
It's the best I've ever sounded. It's like I'm hearing them for the first time.
So if you want to catch a Joe set live, if you're just tuning in, we are talking about the show coming up on December 8th, hosted by Culminate Presents. And all of our interviewees tonight are artists involved in making that event happen. So yeah, if we're going to be giving away tickets to this show. So, if you want to enter, come join the Discord chat. Just wanted to remind y'all of that. We're having fun in the Discord chat. Kevin finally made it in.
He made it in.
Yeah, so our next guest is Aaron, who goes by Eylxr, which is another artist on the Culminate roster. Comments?
Questions, comments, concerns? Erin's been putting in a lot of work. She's got a lot of music underway. Some more merch is coming out shortly, soonly-ish. Can't wait to get my hands on some of that. Got her tea blends rocking and rolling. Those are if you want to buy some tea for the holidays and beyond. Just kind of a one-stop shop for all things creative and
clothing,
and homemade, and
some drip,
roots and branches, which they'll also be vending at the show.
Oh, cool.
So we'll have some of their clothing that they make.
Erin is basically just amazing at everything.
Mm-hmm. She got bangs recently.
Whoa, we did not cover the bangs in the interview.
No, that's a deep cut right there, literally. So her and Taylor will be. Taylor also goes by Window. They'll be going to Denver at some point in February, or like Colorado. So I don't know if Denver specifically, but we're definitely going to try and get something going out there while they're both out there. So hopefully that comes to fruition here. And so if you know anybody, holla. So yeah, definitely lots of things going on. Jury duty yesterday or something. She got called in. Woman of all traits.
That was quite the intro.
Yeah, so yeah, she's cool. She's cool.
She's cool. All right, well, let's start off with a track by Eylxr called Solidarity, and then we'll jump into that interview. Aaron, thank you so much for joining us on our radio show tonight for your second appearance.
Yay! Yeah, thanks, Alicia. I'm happy to be here. It's always a pleasure getting to talk with you and chat.
Yeah. And you've done a lot since the last time we talked. So the last time was actually last winter as we were preparing for the fundraiser show. What has been some of like standout moments in your growth or your journey as a producer over the last almost year?
Yeah, we've been through many moons and many seasons. Since then, oh, there's been so many shows. One of my favorite highlights was definitely going to Chicago. I got to be direct support for Kevan and Debamine in downtown. One, I love Chicago. It's an incredible city. Growing up, I spent a lot of time there, and actually, it's a very special place in my heart for developing my artistry and really being inspired by all the culture that that city offers. But then being able to play alongside Kiva, she's such a goddess. So that was super cool. Shout out Swamp Hooper and Notion Presents for having me out on that one. That was great, playing Driftmore Music Festival as well. It's a small, intimate festival in the Midwest that's, a lot of our friends got to play on it. And I just had a lot of fun being able to connect with everyone again there and showcase a lot of my music there. I also got to play 2 communion shows.
That's
for those
right.
for those of you unfamiliar with Intellifunk, they're one of the people who've been throwing shows in the Minneapolis area for many, many years. It's a great respect to be able to participate in their events. I've always felt that they had really just like proper curation. So to be able to play not only 1 but 2, that was really cool. It really like pushed my boundaries with my set curations.
Oh, I bet.
There's one, yeah, like at one of the sets, I was like rinsing some dubstep with techno and kind of just having a lot of fun with how you can create different soundscapes with my sonic palette that I'm interested in. So that was super cool. Also really just honing in on more of my sound, just discovering different audioscapes that I've been resonating with, as I continue to evolve this project. I'm really trying to hone in on what those specific sounds and audio pieces that like define Eylxr. As I feel like people really recognize me for like the ethereal soundscapes that I have, some more like melodic chords that are in my music. So still trying to like really go into that, evolving from dubstep. I've been getting a bit more into break beats, some garage style beats, just a variety of BPMs as well.
Yeah, wow, what a year. Congratulations on all of that. That's like really exciting. A lot of those events that you mentioned, like Driftmore and that show out in Chicago, like even on the other end, like seeing those announcements come up on the screen, it was like it's just really cool hearing you say how standout those moments were for you too, because we were cheering you on, like playing with Kahiva, like that's exciting, and in another city, nonetheless. Like,
yeah, it's
wow.
been so cool just seeing all the support around the United States as I've been traveling around for different shows. It means a ton. So yeah, it's just I feel continuously, growth and growth. It's been so great.
What has been like the farthest you've traveled to play a show so far?
Oh, I would say, yeah, I think Denver.
Oh,
Denver,
yep.
I would say, yeah. I played the Sonic Bloom contest submission that submission held. And so as myself, a few other artists. It was around the same time that we had spoke last year or earlier this year, I should say. But yeah, that was a ton of fun playing at the Black Box. I got to play there twice this year. I'd say that's probably the furthest.
Wow. So also since then, you have joined the Culminate team. What has that experience been like for you?
Yeah, I love the Culminate team. Alex is wonderful. He's been an awesome manager. He's hilarious and witty and also just great at, getting the Eylxr project out and helping me with bookings. It's been super awesome. I remember, back in like December of 2019 when I had live painted actually with Culminate. So it's funny, like reflecting back on that, seeing myself back then and now, working so closely with them as one of their artists. And there's so many other great artists too, on the team as well. So it's been a pleasure.
How did you know you were ready for management? What was that decision like, or that initiation?
Yeah, Alex had approached me last spring and mentioned it. It was actually when I had played the Low and High show, the Not Low show. After my set, he had mentioned it and he was like, let's open this conversation. And I just felt like I was ready to take that next step as a professional. I saw my music growing, myself growing, but I wanted another voice to be able to advocate for me as well as like partner with me when reaching out to other communities that I may not have quite touched base with yet. So Alex has been wonderful with that, just connecting me with more people and really introducing me to other communities that I can engage and share my music with.
What are some of the upcoming projects or releases that you're working towards at this moment?
Yeah, I am sitting on quite a bit of music.
Yes, we love to hear it.
Yeah, so I do have a track I'm releasing next month with Bump Records. So we have our annual winter compilation that we would do on the winter solstice. So there's one track I'm releasing for sure in December. I've been working through this down tempo, like ethereal EP for a bit now. I did like a modular session at Slam Academy. We have a sound design lab that has a Euro rack system. It's like this quad operator system that you can patch different cables into to create different modular noises. So I had quite a solid jam session in there. And with that, I had created it initially was going to be a mix, but then I decided it should be a 3-track EP. It's very different than a lot of the music I have released. It's definitely more on like the feminine, ethereal, just like dreamscape side of my taste. So I'm kind of excited about that one. It's going to be more of like a sense of introspection and reflection for that type of music. So I've been really working on that. I'm hoping to get that out sometime in February 1st is like my anticipated date, but we'll see. And then I have this other multi-genre EP that I've been piecing together. There's this like moody 140 dubstep-y track that I created that has some like bohemian vibes to it with the different like Eastern folk instruments that are used that I really enjoy. But I also include like more of like a liquid 130 track that has, I don't know, it's just like more of that like dark wave feel to it. And then there's another track that's like 160 BPM that has more of a breakbeat feel to it. So all really influenced by the, percussive elements. I've been really honing in on like drum patterns. So I'm excited for that EP because I feel it kind of touches base more into some dance floor aspects that I've been trying to touch into, not just like only 140. So
okay,
stay tuned for a variety of releases and types of music.
Yeah, a lot of variety. And with all this variety and all these different ways you're exploring and finding new sounds, what kind of set can people expect on December 9th? Is this going to be leaning more towards the experimental stuff for you, or kind of back more into what people know and love? What are you feeling?
Yeah, it's going to be definitely a multi-genre set. So I'm going to have a handful of new originals that I've been working on and finishing. I have this really cool remix that I did that I'm excited to show everyone. I'm going to get into some techno for sure. Probably some break beats, maybe a little drum and bass. I'm definitely going to explore the Eylxr sonic palette, with the variety of BPMs that I have, but as well as, creating a cohesive journey that is energizing and, just fun. I really want to have fun with the set and create something memorable for everyone.
Yeah, we have no doubt it'll be fun and memorable. Your shows typically are, so this will be a nice little thing to add to the repertoire. So I know you're really into herbs and teas. Is there a special potion that you use when you're trying to feel more creative or getting ready to produce or preparing for a set?
Yes, definitely. Plant medicine is everything to me. My name's Eylxr. But I would definitely say so. I I have this blend called Desert Flower that has like Damiana, hibiscus, rose petals. It's really like floral, feminine, and grounding. It's not caffeinated, but then I also will add Wayasa tea to it, which is like a South American tea. It's similar to yerba mate, as far as taste goes. I like it a little more than yerba mate, but I would say that really is. I love like floral blends, especially rose. There's something about rose that has a like element that really activates self-love, I feel. And it's always been like an empowering plant for me to work with this like as far as the taste, the feel, and just the symbolism of it. So I definitely love using that blend and those flowers when I'm producing and getting ready for my sets.
Ooh, that sounds really good. My mouth is actually like just watering over here. I would love a cup of that right now. Um, so as we step into winter show season, we're not just not as much happening here in the cold state of Minnesota. What is something that you're looking forward to the most this winter?
Yeah, I got a handful of projects I'm working on. I will be releasing my first run of Eylxr merch that I'm super excited about. I created this new design that myself and my husband Taylor, we are collaborating on. So he'll be screen printing them onto the shirts. I did the design.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just like under the umbrella of our Roots and Branches company. We're gonna be doing a bit more with our clothing line as well. So I got some cool Eylxr merch coming. I'm working on designing some new clothes. I'm also really excited just to get back into the modular synths at Slam. So spending a lot more time just honing in on some sound design elements and getting back into the practice of exploring sound for fun. There's something with music production that, there's a balance to composing tracks and, writing music, but there's also, for me at least, it's important to like explore sound and just creating new environments with that. So I'm excited to just have fun and be free on some synthesizers and just see what happens and really getting ready for 2024. There's a handful of travel plans that I have already aligned and I'm hoping to, get on some festivals and shows. So just making sure that I'm getting a lot of music production, clothing production done so that 2024 is more successful than the last.
Yeah, it's crafty season, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is. Woo! I love winter for that reason.
Same. I find myself looking forward to it more and more the more I like get deeper into my crafts. I'm like, oh yes, like no distractions or less distractions at least.
It's so funny. I remember, growing up, I always dreaded winter, but I feel the older I get more excited and more excited just because it's just time to yourself.
Exactly. Well, I have one more question for you, and it's an audience question. The toughest question of all time. What is your favorite or most memorable concert or festival?
This is hard for me because I've gone to so many shows and festivals. I started going to Warped Tour when I was 12.
Yes.
And so I feel like I've been to hundreds and hundreds of shows. Some that stand out for sure is Burning Man. So I went to Burning Man last year, especially seeing the librarian play. She's an incredible DJ from Canada. I've always been really inspired by her sets. So watching her play and like riding my bike while she's playing on an art car was super cool. She had some
Nice.
crazy like grime, like garage, and it was just like, especially being at Burning Man and hearing some of those sounds, it's, a lot of techno and house that you hear there. So when I was able to hear flavors that are more into what I'm already into was really cool.
Yes.
And of course, like just seeing Turnian at this past few weekends, was that like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
At the Poorhouse, honestly, that was such a good show. I'd never heard of Introspect before, but she did such an incredible job, and it was really inspiring just seeing another female DJ just, crush it. So I was super hyped on that whole weekend. It was like incredible curation. All the artists really threw down. So although it's very new, like I'd say that was one of my favorite shows of the year for sure.
Hey, when you know, you'll be in that moment like, this is probably up there, one of the best.
Exactly.
Well, Erin, thank you so much for taking time to chat with us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. I'm glad I got to hang out with you again.
Yeah, is there anything we missed or anything we should be sure to let our listeners know?
Definitely be coming out to that December 8th show. I'm super excited about it. You know, being able to play for Epoch is going to be insane. I'm going to have some new merch available. Pathfynder and Beargod are also two very wonderful humans that I'm grateful to call my friends. They're extremely talented producers. They've have incredible music, so it's going to be really just like insane talent from start to finish. So super excited for that night. Hope to see everyone out there.
Yeah. All right, Erin, we'll see you then.
Yeah.
That was Eylxr and an unreleased track, Metamorphosis, that she, is from her kind of more experimental, multi-genre stuff she's working on. So you heard it here first, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, do y'all think we should give away one of these tickets?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So we did decide we're giving away 2 tickets, one to a person. So we're doing 2 giveaways,
Two
each
winners.
for 1 ticket. 2 winners. That was so much easier than anything coming out of my mouth.
2 winners, folks.
2 winners. So Jenna has taken the names of everybody who's piped in on the Discord chat or commented on our post, and has found out who's winning the first ticket. Jenna, press that button. Move that bus.
Move that button.
Sarah, woo! All right,
Good job, Sarah.
We got to. And the computer makes a little clappy noise, but it's not quite over here.
Okay.
Sarah, hell yeah! Thanks for commenting.
Sarah G, she knows the place to be.
She does. She does.
Sarah G, the Panda Queen.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah. Okay. So there's 1 ticket for her, and let's wait a minute to give away the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, I need a break.
Yeah, that was way too much excitement.
Anticipation.
So I have a couple other audience questions. Let's kind of get back to Culminate a little bit.
Sure.
And we are not only just Culminate, but y'all both make music outside of managing other artists. I guess real quick, give our listeners a quick rundown of the project name and what genre music it is, and then I'll jump into these audience questions because it's relevant to both.
Okay, cool. So generally if I'm making music, it's with Mike Rat. We go by Scavi. We make things that hopefully people haven't really heard before. That's kind of like our whole goal is just to try new things, have fun, see what happens, and hopefully generally since we're just cracking jokes the whole time and being really just like great friends, it's like whatever comes out of it is super unique and funny. You can just kind of pick up on the vibe that we're having a good time. And we got some music that we're finishing up shortly. We have a remix coming out soon, which we're super excited about. We pivoted a little bit with this one. We're making a dubstep remix.
Nice.
But it's not like I wouldn't really call it dubstep all the way, because you'll just have to listen for yourselves.
You'll just have to wait and listen.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been fun. We've been at it for a few years now. Hoping to just keep at it, really, and see where it goes. Like, we feel like the potential is limitless on this one.
Oh yeah.
It just feels really good. So, yeah, it's a little bit about us. We don't really have any shows coming up. We had a busy summer and fall. So again, if you want to see us, you know where to find me. Hopefully we'll be playing some shows with Kevan's crew, which he will talk about right now.
Yeah, so I guess I do produce music. I haven't really done any releases, or it's not quite dialed in yet, but yeah, I've been working on some stuff for a while.
You do have another band, though. You
Yeah.
have a band.
I have 3 bands.
3 bands.
So the band I've been in forever is called Pierre. It's like a grunge punk band. Yeah, a 3-piece punk band. We aren't super active anymore, but we did a 10-year anniversary show. We just played a show in October. But we've been doing that for almost, like 11, 12 years.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. Another band I started with Sam Rivkin, who goes by Conduit, plays in Beta Fuse. That's more of like a post-rock, kind of spacey, like ambient rock band. Yeah, there's we're gonna pivot that one a little bit too.
Yeah.
And then my newest thing is a project with Joe Pathfynder and our friend Jamie, called Fug'em, and that, yeah, you'll have to wait for that one.
You'll have to wait.
It's going to be worth the wait.
So here's the audience question. So each of you mentally pick one of these musical endeavors for yourself.
Okay.
If you had to describe your music as food, what would it be? And why?
Wow.
I should have given you all this one ahead of time to think
Yeah.
about. My bad.
I just love food so much.
I'm hungry
and
too.
I'm hungry.
so-
Yeah, I'm super hungry. So I would say an everlasting gobstopper.
Good. All right.
Do I have to explain why?
I
Probably.
don't. I think it's all in the name.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's just like
It just kind of keeps going. It keeps evolving over time, and you don't want it
source
to
of
end.
sweetness.
Source of sweetness. Damn. That is gonna be a quote that I put in our first book.
Okay.
Source of sweetness.
Not like a
Kevan,
song name or
Fug'em.
the book. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So I think that's a good apt description.
Okay, I do need to think. I'm thinking, so...
I can talk more about everlasting
Yeah,
gobstoppers.
you
just tap
just
me on the
rap for a little
shoulder.
bit.
You tap me on the shoulder when you're ready. And
I'm like on the verge of thinking
verge of greatness.
something.
Yeah, everlasting gobstoppers come in a lot of different colors. I don't know if the flavors change. They probably do. Just like the. So
Yeah.
the remix coming up.
Okay, I'll go with something that is close, but it's probably not quite accurate. But I'm thinking like you go to Chipotle and you get everything and you put it in a bowl. That's kind of what Fug'em is.
Hell yeah. Black
That's-
beans
that's
or brown
true.
beans?
Both.
Both. Okay.
There's, it's yeah,
Fajita?
it's all of it. Yep. No meat though.
Do you,
Just everything else.
Good. I can get down with that. So you didn't have to pay more for guac then, because it comes with the veggie bowl.
Yeah, it's free guac always.
That's
I
the name
like
of their,
it.
Their first album is Free Walk.
I like it.
We do have a song about potatoes, so it could be a single potato would also describe us pretty well.
Yeah. Think of a word that doesn't. Think of a food that's never existed before, and that's fuck 'em.
Or just all the foods.
All the foods
everything
together, or potatoes. I'm here for it.
It's a no rules, anything goes.
It's the food pyramid, but upside down.
All right. That was a very in-depth question. Yeah, I will prep you all next time for any food related.
No, that was a great question though. Thanks for
It's a good
whoever
one
put
to
that one
surprise
in.
them with.
Well, let's listen to a song, why don't we?
Sweet.
We have a song by Beargod. Let's throw this track on, and then y'all let us know what you think. All right, that was Dem Ways by Beargod, who is also an artist, throwing down December 8th. Kevan, tell us a little bit about Beargod.
Yeah, Beargod is Jonas. He works with Hednabin. So if you've ever seen their sound system out, he's probably hauling speakers and plugging stuff in and making shit sound good. Super good producer, super good DJ. I've gotten to know him over the last couple of years, and we did a couple DJ sets together. Super fun to play with. We've been doing a bunch of UKG sets. So we did it once, just got a random offer, and he asked me to play with him, and then super fun, so we kept doing it and trying to do more of it. So
if you know anybody.
Yeah, if you know anyone.
Hell yeah. Well, should we jump on into this interview then?
Let's do it up.
Jonas, thank you so much for joining us for a radio interview tonight. We're excited to have you on the show.
Awesome. Thank you, Eylxr. It's great to be here.
So I think what's kind of exciting about this interview opportunity for us is we have never interviewed for the radio show before. I'm really just kind of was exploring your music earlier today. So I'm gonna come at this with some fresh eyes, hopefully give you like a very good introduction into who Beargod is to our audience as well. Sometimes like we have people we've chatted before and I'm like, oh, what did I ask you last time? And I gotta make sure I don't know, but we're at a fresh slate here. It's exciting. Let's start at the very beginning. What got you into electronic music? What was that like early introduction for you?
Honestly, I think my first introduction to electronic music was so Comcast used to have these like TV channels that just like played music. Yeah, so they had like an old like electronica one. And so I remember just like listening to that, and then I think as soon as I was old enough to like Google stuff, I started digging more into electronic music, and then kind of got started with like virtual DJ or like other software kind of based DJing stuff, which I think a lot of people do. So
I love that you reference Comcast. I remember those channels were what I would put on when my mom was having me like clean the living room and vacuum and dust stuff. Cause it was like, almost a little bit pre-Pandora. At least I didn't have Pandora on like a TV or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's so cool. What do you remember some of like the early artists that kind of like brought you in, whether just electronic music as a whole or specifically more into like the dubstep area?
So I think one of the first electronic artists I really got into when I was younger, maybe like 10 or 11, was deadmau5. And then Tiesto and like Bass Hunter and kind of more that, I guess, like sphere of like music.
Mm-hmm.
And then through that I found Koki and Digital Mystics, and that kind of blossomed to my love for dubstep.
So when did you kind of decide to start trying your hand at it, making your own music, DJing and all of that?
I think like 2012, I think probably when I was like 14 or 15, I started trying to sit down and like produce stuff. I got my first booking when I was 16 at do you know the Garage in Burnsville?
No, I don't.
It's it's like a weird little kind of all ages, like mostly metal and like pop punk venue.
Okay.
But for a while they were trying to do more electronic stuff. So I remember my first set was a 20-minute Moonbaton set at this at this awful venue opening for a pop punk band, and so
you're like, sure, I'll give it a try.
yeah, I'll give it a try.
That is so cool. I'm sure since then you've played to a lot more audiences that are looking for the specific sound that you're into.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are some standout moments in your musical career for you? Just like things that have really kind of solidified for you that this is what you're passionate about, and keep working at it.
Man, that's a tough question, because I feel like at this point, most of the time when I go and play a show, it kind of is that moment. It's always solidifying it a little bit more. I always have a lot of anxiety before shows, and even just going to them, that people aren't going to like my music or me or something like this. And I think just being on stage, being able to play music with my friends, just kind of helps me like ease all of that anxiety throughout like the rest of my life too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's the only time I can like really, really be myself, kind of be wacky, kind of be wild. So I think my favorite moment in the past like 2 or 3 years was probably the Komodo show that we did sound for. And I said I wasn't going to talk about that event too much, but that I think is one of the best moments that I've had recently in the scene. We did a warehouse show with Komodo, and yeah, I don't know, something about that, something about the energy, something about the vibe, and just having so many people in this tiny warehouse in the middle of a snowstorm, and just enjoying all of the same music. Just I don't know, it's beautiful.
That I was at that show as well. I loved hearing that was a standout moment for you, because that was probably one of my favorite evenings of last winter. And you are not the first guest on this show to bring up that specific event as like an, oh my gosh, this was a blast. Oh, it was a good time. It was a good time.
Yeah, that was a really fun one. I had a lot of friends who drove out from, I think, like Fargo and places like that, and ended up getting stuck overnight and just had a blast anyways. So
Oh, that was such a good night of music. Um, so for you, how did you find your sound? Like, and I know it's always kind of like a evolution and an ongoing journey, but are you producing the music now that you thought you would produce when you got started, or how has that changed or been consistent?
um, I think when I first wanted to make music, I just wanted to make something. I just wanted to make like something tangible, I guess, that I could play back and listen to. And as I didn't have like a specific genre I was trying to make. And I think probably around 2015, I started getting a lot more involved with like the rhythm scene in Minneapolis. There used to be a really good series called Amplitude, that was like every Tuesday.
Dubstep Tuesdays.
Yeah, yeah. So really just getting involved with and making like a lot of friends in that scene kind of helped me like direct the music I wanted to make. Because I love making rhythm, and I love making deep dub, and sometimes it doesn't feel like they mesh. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I think my ethos is just trying to blend them together a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I like that. And I too, I used to attend Amplitude. When I was in college, actually, I lived in Mankato, and my friends and I would drive up on a Tuesday night, go catch music, and then drive on back afterwards. That was quite the time. That was the dedication too.
That's dedication to Barfly for sure.
I didn't, that was like, I'm not going to talk too much about myself here, but that was like my first dive into like the Minnesota electronic music scene. I'd gotten introduced to it in Dallas, a little bit in Texas, but that was like the first thing I felt like I found that like wasn't, what was happening everywhere, yeah, those are good times.
Yeah. No, I unfortunately I miss Barfly a lot.
Uh, um Back to the music though.
Yeah.
So what are
you looking forward to about this upcoming event with Culminate? Anything about this that's kind of getting you excited?
I mean, seeing Epoch is going to be really tight. Love Aaron, love Pathfynder. Just saw Pathfynder at a different show. It was at Merge. And yeah, he had a super killer set. I really like his UKG selection, so I'm kind of just like excited to just groove. Like the whole night is really stacked.
Yeah, it really is. It's at the local talent that comes from Minneapolis area or Minnesota in general. And you know, we get the opportunity to kind of have it all in one room on a night like this. It's gonna be a good time. Have you started preparing your set? What kind of set do you feel like you'll be playing next weekend?
I started preparing it a little bit. I guess I'll talk about how I like prepare my sets real quick.
Yeah.
I don't, I don't really have like a set list or anything that I put together. I kind of just grab a bunch of tunes that I've been listening to or buying or downloading within the past like month or so, and then like a bunch of, classics I like, and then I kind of just throw them in a bag. Like that's the playlist. Um, just because I feel like it allows me to enjoy the show with the crowd more, and I'm hearing songs I might not have heard in a while. I'm able to, like pull bags from different shows. So, um, I haven't like prepared too much for it, but I have some stuff in store. I guess. So I think I'm gonna be playing a little bit of UKG. I'm gonna be playing a little bit of deep dub. Might bust out some like 160 footwork stuff.
Nice, nice. Um, so I had asked you for a couple songs to play out on the radio show. Are there any of these that like stand out to you as a track that you're like really excited about?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you one called Akagi that is coming out on a upcoming bump compilation. And
Okay,
then
nice.
um and then yeah, I have a couple other I'm gonna send you real quick. I just do not have the playlist pulled up.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
A-okay. So your process with like creating songs versus preparing a set, are they similar or they differ? When you like start to make a track, do you kind of have a vision in mind that's calculated, or you kind of just like sitting down and seeing what comes out?
I'm just kind of sitting down and seeing what comes out. Like I might have like a genre in mind, but I don't know. I'm not as like creative when I'm producing as I like to be, I guess. I don't know. I think of more like logistically. So um I think when I'm, like making a tune, I kind of start with drums and then I'll lay down the sub and then I'll lay down the rest of the atmosphere and like kind of the ear candy. Um like that, yeah. I mean that's pretty much my process. It's really not too complicated. I
Yeah.
don't have a huge,
Yeah,
manifesto for making music or anything, I guess.
yeah, you know what? Complicated or not, it's unique to each person and how they go about doing it. So special nonetheless. Well, we did have a listener submitted question that I'm gonna throw you. Um, they want to know, what was your highlight of this last week? Music related or not? What yeah, what's the side of Jonas of things he's got going on?
I think my highlight of last week was I just played a show with my buddy Omen at the Loft. We did a little 9 to 10 p.m. rhythm slot, and it was awesome. I love it. I love it so much. I love playing for like 10 people, just like going nuts, like really early in the night.
Yeah.
So something, I don't know. There's something cathartic about just like playing kind of for yourself and your buddy.
On a really good system.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, okay, system, but yeah.
Well, very loud system.
Yeah, a
There we
very loud
go.
system. Yeah, and just I don't know, just being able to have fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Well, is there anything else you'd like to share with our listeners? Let them know about you. Yeah, before we sign off here.
Um, Nothing super crazy. I got a couple EPs coming out. One's forthcoming on Old Ghost Records. I got another coming out on Coal Mine Sound. And I'll send you those for previews.
Cool.
And then I just want to shout out my boys. I want to shout out Modem Crew, Omen, Warlord, Old Ghost Records, Coal Mine Sound, B12, and then of course Culminate. So.
And of course, last but not least. Well, Jonas, thank you so much for your time this evening. We're looking forward to catching your set on December 9th.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay. That was Beargod. Everything you need to know, everything you needed to hear, hopefully everything you needed to be convinced to come out next weekend on December 8th.
Come to the show! Pull it up.
Wait. Oh, you know what? I forgot to pause the song. Oh, wait. Oh, this, I need to...
You got it.
We got it. We're back.
Are we on that channel?
No, I don't think so. I think that hurt all of us. I think that's just that.
Yeah.
And that's just that. Yeah. I know. Or don't know.
Sounds Beargod. With a Kagi. That song went hard. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Really like the bricky spy vibes. I don't know. That was dope.
Don't sleep. He's got tunes for days.
Stay awake. Spotify Wrapped just has to be Beargod. Oh, that was that was the thing. That was the question.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like talk about like your music or something. Yeah. To see if we can guess each other's music.
Yeah.
Kevan, you never shared. Are you a Spotify music?
Yep.
Okay. So everybody's Spotify Wrapped came out. Your Apple Music.
Yep. I have my Apple Music review.
Apple Music review. Yep. Okay.
Yep. I know my top 5 because it's very similar to the past 2 years.
Okay. Well, don't give away too many hints. We'll wrap up this episode with a game. We are going to see if Alex and Kevan can guess each other's top 5 artists on their music platform of choice. We asked them to not tell each other before the show, so were y'all honest?
No, yeah, we didn't. We haven't spoken.
Okay,
we haven't spoken in months.
It's been 84 years.
We knew this day was coming.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'll try guessing.
Okay.
And this is tough because Kevan, as you heard earlier, he's in a bunch of different bands, a lot of different genres. He listens to a lot. So, I'm gonna guess like Coco Bryce is one of them.
That's number 2.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only one I was like probably Coco Bryce.
Yeah.
and then the rest I'm like fuck.
If you really think about it, you might know like one of my favorite bands.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be like a band. It's gonna be a producer. It's gonna be some guy who just scats. It's gonna be, and it's gonna be So favorite band. Oh, that's tough. That's so tough because like casual listening versus like loving. God, I don't know.
Do we any hints or like?
Do you want a hint, Alex?
Not yet. I think like I won't make people stick around and hear me mutter through this for 2 hours.
Okay, so
10 minutes later.
Alex got one of Kevin's. Kevin, why don't you try and get one of Alex's?
Okay,
yeah, that's better.
I feel like Alex's is gonna be harder because I know he listens to a lot of different electronic genres, but he also loves pop music.
Well, I'll give you a hint. None of them are pop.
Okay, maybe that was a 2022 thing.
No, I listen to a lot. I listen. Yeah, sure. No, that's true. I have pivoted into other genres of music lately, though. So as well.
Okay.
So no Taylor
still
Swift.
Tough.
No,
I feel like you don't
not
really
Swiftie.
say like, oh, this one artist is.
I'm too busy talking about too many.
Yeah, exactly.
I generally I don't fixate on one artist or like an album or anything. I listen to like a lot of different things. It's hard for me to listen to the same thing recently because I'm always trying to find what's new.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, good luck.
Okay. Fuck.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we can try and guess 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, we definitely don't have to do all 5.
No.
Just your best. If your best is 1 and 0, like,
yeah. Like
I just have to say that I got 3 of Jenna's and 1 ballpark.
Cool.
So.
I'm
just gonna take a wild guess.
All right.
Halogenics.
No.
Okay.
Good guess though. I'm gonna pull it up.
Well, you don't even know what it is?
Well, no, I'm second guessing myself. I'm not second guessing myself that he's not in there, but I'm second guessing. Jump in. Yes, I'm trying to jump in. I'm trying to tap in.
Oh, they're gonna give you the whole.
Yeah, I got a captcha.
Yeah.
Is this a crab?
I had a little bit of a hard time getting into Discord.
So
Just a little.
Favorite band. Bro, there's so many. You have so many favorite
I
bands.
just saw them. I don't know if I told you, but it might be a hint.
It's a metal band, right? Did you see them with?
My favorite active band, I'll say.
Well, you just saw them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's not a metal band.
Very active.
Oh, okay. Does it have like multiple names in the name? No, it's just name.
Try. Let's see.
How many syllables?
Fuck. Did you see them with like Rob and Sam?
No, in Colorado.
Spangle.
No.
I was gonna say Spangle initially, but I don't feel like you don't listen to them casually. You just saw them in Colorado. Oh, I didn't know you went to another show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, we haven't talked.
How long? How long are we guessing for before we?
Whenever y'all are ready to give up.
Okay, so.
I'll give you another minute.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
See if anybody has put any guesses in the Discord chat.
Yeah, maybe Joe.
Yeah. Anybody
Phone a
else
friend.
want to guess?
Hey, someone help me out with Alex's, because is Sydney in the chat?
No, she's probably getting ready for bed. Oh, it's 9. No, never mind. Yeah, actually, no. Okay. Kevin listens to music, and he loves this. I don't know. Is one of them Komodo though?
Actually, no.
Oh,
Didn't
damn.
make the cut this year.
All right.
Definitely the last 2 years.
Okay.
I thought everybody would be as good as you
I
and
know.
I
Yeah,
are at
really.
guessing each other's.
It's a little more complex. I don't think I can even get a single one.
All right, it's been a minute.
Okay.
Yep, I relinquished my time.
We got 1 and 0.
Number 1 was Pacifier.
Yeah, I never would have got that.
Yeah.
What was number 2?
Cocoa Bryce.
Cocoa Rice. Okay. Alex, what were your 1 and 2?
My number 1 most played was Atreyu. Nobody would have fucking guessed that.
Wait, you're not joking?
No.
Oh my god.
And then the next
I
one.
would've absolutely
Then the next
never.
one was Breathe Carolina.
What the?
Yeah.
What year is it?
Yeah, I'm saying like nobody would have fucking.
You haven't mentioned.
We have guesses in the chat.
Oh, we
So
got
early
guesses in the
2000s
chat.
metalcore is where you're at right now.
That's where I'm chilling. Yeah.
We have a guess for Turnstile and Pacifier.
Oh, nice Pacifier.
Yeah,
That's-
Pacifier was
And
the
then-
winning guess if they didn't
Yep.
hear it yet.
And Title Fight.
No, actually.
2 guesses for Turnstile.
Turnstile was on it the past 2 years. Not this time. Do I just say it all now?
Yeah, if you want to, go for it.
Number 3 was Kircha.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
4 was Thievery Corporation. 5 was Ocean Size.
Oh, you listen to Thievery Corporation on the
Yeah.
reg?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, what year is it?
We don't know very much about each other.
I love Thievery Corp. They're
Okay.
great. I haven't
Yeah.
listened to them in a while.
So what happens with my Spotify is that I'll listen to something and then every day be late for work and not have time to choose music, so I'll click on the same thing
Yep.
over and over again.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. I have like my go-to like background music.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
All
yeah.
right, I got mine pulled up.
All right, give them to us.
So yeah, Atreyu was my top artist. It's so funny. Breathe Carolina
He's
was
not
number 2.
lying.
No, number 3 was Cocoa Bryce.
I should have guessed that.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna give you that hint because it was the only one I got right. I was like, it's one that I've guessed. Poland and Bryson was number 4, and then Skrillex was number 5. those 2 albums he released had me in a chokehold when they came out.
A lot of people.
Yeah,
Honestly,
a lot of people.
It made so many people's Spotify Wrapped just for like the first 2 weeks. When everyone was. And if you listen to the whole album, like that's a lot of songs to boost up the.
Well, nice.
Yep, top songs were the Scabby EP. Obviously,
nice.
Every narcissist has to slurp up their own stew. Passion by Pink Panthers, Abandoned by Poland Bryson, and then My Baby Love by Coco Bryce. Listen to a lot of musicals. Hamilton's one of the top albums. Hamilton, yeah. I don't know. Like this year, recently, like I've really been straying away from like I was just listening to electronic music pretty much, and I kind of just like found myself needing a break. So it was good to just get in touch with like my early 2000s metalcore side that I shoved away for so long.
Give it breath.
Yep.
Bring it back.
Gave it new life, and no, it's been good. It's really healthy. I feel excited to listen to music again, not just like obligated to.
Yep. Good.
Yeah. So, whose idea was that to do that?
Jenna's.
Nice.
I got my Spotify Wrapped, and I was just like, Alicia, guess what my Spotify top 5 are? And I mean, instantly she said
Grizz.
I was gonna say Grizz too.
And
I was gonna say Grizz, and then the band, the British band. I don't know.
The British band.
Oh, maybe they're not British. They sound
British
like they were.
band.
We talked about them like the last time we were here, or not here, but at the first interview.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Or maybe that was a movie. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
My second guess for Jenna was like, someone from the Cyrus family. Noah Cyrus and Miley Cyrus were her 2 and 3.
Miley Cyrus was 2, Noah Cyrus was 3. Billie Eilish.
I wouldn't have gotten that one.
Yeah.
And I got Taylor Swift.
Yep. Which was also your number 5.
That was my number 5 too.
Billy Cyrus.
No.
Billy Ray Eilish.
Oh God.
3 and your 5.
Yeah, there. Yeah. And how about you?
Right now.
Yeah, good. You can sleep on that one. How about you? What you got? You got Mountain Joy on there.
Yep, I got Mount Joy, but they were my number 2.
Do you have Fleet Foxes on there?
No, Landon did though.
Well, naturally, but
number 1 was Ripe. Number 2 was Mount Joy. Number 3 was Grizz. 4 was Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
Oh, nice.
And 5 was Taylor Swift.
No surprise.
No surprise. Yeah.
Just Rainbow Kittens.
Yours and Landon's number 3 were the same.
Yeah, his was Grizz as well. Yeah.
Interesting.
I love that we got him on to Grizz.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I didn't know Landon was a Grizz fan.
Mm-hmm. That was a Jenna and I doing.
Oh.
Landon's always like that funky electronic stuff.
Yeah, which was why it was so shocking.
Yeah.
He like wasn't into it yet.
Right.
It was like, come on.
No, he loved the Floozies and like Sun Squabby and stuff like that. So it wasn't too difficult to rope him in. No. Oh, he's probably. Landon, where are you? Or did you drive to the gym, or did you walk? Or
if you're listening and you drove, please grab some Ben and Jerry's.
If you're still working out, you're killing it.
Yeah, keep it up.
Well, shoot. Anything else y'all want to share before we wrap up this episode?
The giveaway.
Yeah, we need to pick another winner. Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to like cut it short. We have another person to pick for the giveaway. All right, Jenna, press that button.
I love that sound.
We do need a.
He's making biscuits.
He's picking the winner.
Bus, who's the winner? Hunter!
Yay, Hunter! Good job, buddy.
Congrats, Hunter. You won 1 ticket to the show. We'll see ya on December 8th. Yeah, this will be a good time. I'm really excited.
Yeah. Any parting words of wisdom for the team?
You may not know, but we have a show on December 8th.
In case we forgot to
December
mention
8th.
it.
That's when it is?
Yeah, December 8th. And then, not to confuse anyone, but we do have a show on December 28th as well.
Yes.
Which there will be more to say about that. But yeah, Shrimpnose coming out, bringing on his friends from the cities here. We got Student One, Fib, Bloodsmoke, Body. So yeah, this could be more of like a fusion-y Yep, Talia night as well. Yeah, more of a eclectic lineup than your standard run-of-the-mill electronic night, which will be really cool.
Yeah.
At 7th Street Entry.
Right after Christmas.
Yep. Yeah.
Thursday.
Yep, Thursday. Guess my parting words of wisdom are just keep supporting your friends, keep supporting everyone doing things. Just it means more than you know.
Yep.
And yeah, there's a lot of shows coming up. TC Presents has a few shows. They've got the Conestone show on Friday or Saturday. I can't remember the second, whatever day of the week that is. Then there's No Boys in the Booth, some drum and bass.
Yep, Saturday as well.
And
the
then
Rev Ultra Lounge. Save $5 by buying your ticket online.
Save $5 by your ticket online. And then there's the 15-year anniversary. There's the Merge 003. There's the 15-year TC Presents anniversary. And there's going to be all these New Year's shows. And
yeah,
understand, like, it's hard to go out. Don't feel forced to do things you don't want to do. There's a lot of pressure to do things.
Especially around the holidays.
You don't have to do all. No one can afford all of them, so it's fine.
Don't burn yourself out. So, is Landon back now?
Yeah, I think he is.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we definitely got to stop the show now. Landon's home.
Well, thanks y'all for joining us tonight. This was a fun episode. Did you have fun? I had fun.
Always.
Okay. Yeah, there's only one right answer. We're on air, so.
Landon's home. I
got backup.
Yeah, he's back from the gym, so he could really do some damage. He's all juiced up on pre-workout.
Let's close the evening out on a song. Let's hear another Pathfynder track. This is
Real Bad Man.
Thank you. I was not going to give it that much effort.
This is Real Bad Man.